We are getting closer and closer to the 1-year anniversary to the release, the official full release of Counter-Strike 2, which is absolutely crazy and insane to say and talk about. So much stuff has happened in this past year, but it has really flown by. But I don't really think it's a hot take to say that most Counter-Strike players have been pretty disappointed with the first year of Counter-Strike 2 as far as the Valve end. You know, the game looks beautiful. The game can be really fun. Obviously, it's the same Counter-Strike we know and love, but I think the expectations and what we really wanted from Counter-Strike 2 at the end of the day were just much higher than what we have gotten. Now, this is not the end of the world. Valve still has time to rewrite the story of Counter-Strike 2 going forward. You know, this is going to be a game that's around for a long time in the future. But in this video today, I wanted to go over a lot of the things that the community are still asking for, what some of your most wanted things are, and some of the things we are still missing from Counter-Strike Global Offensive that we would love to see added soon. And I'd love to hear, you know, what you guys think is missing from the game and what you guys want to see added soon as well. But of course, first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by SkinPlace, an awesome site where you can turn your skins into money instantly and easily right now. All you got to do is click on the first link in the description below, then go to the site and sign in using your Steam account. You're then going to click on the skins that you want to sell, then go over to their payment method options like site balance, cryptocurrencies, or PayPal, whatever method floats your boat, and then you're going to have an option to enter a promo code. If you use promo code GERM, you can actually get a 3% bonus on your first sale, so definitely go take advantage of that right now. Then click on receive money, go to the next step, and then they're going to send you a trade offer that you just need to accept and confirm on your Steam, and then your money's going to get sent to you a couple minutes later. It's that simple. It's that easy. Thank you to SkinPlace for sponsoring this video. Definitely go show some love to SkinPlace. Obviously, thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. And again, if you guys support them, hopefully they'll want to come back and do this more on this channel. With that being said, let's get right into this video today. So we are taking a look at this, which I thought was just a kind of a funny picture and meme. I'll probably use this for like a thumbnail or something, where Honey tweeted out, "Make Valve great again." And it just kind of got me inspired and got me thinking that I wanted to talk about how Valve needs to kind of wake up, get their act together, and get Counter-Strike 2 and Counter-Strike in general back on track to where we want this game to be. Now, obviously, there are still some very, very good things going on. Like I said, this is still the same Counter-Strike formula we know and love. It's not like they changed the game entirely. It's not like they ruined the game, whatever. The player base has still grown in 2024. That is a good sign. But to really get Counter-Strike 2 where people want it to be and where they expected it to be a year ago at this time, we are going to need to have a better 2025 and better second year of CS2 and better years in the future than we had necessarily this year. So I want to start out with this thread from Bob Calveri, where he said, "What would you say Counter-Strike 2 is in need of the most right now?" Because I want to kind of see what some people in the community are saying and react to some of those. And like I said, I want to hear what you guys think CS2 needs the most of right now, and I'll give some of my thoughts and opinions, of course. And obviously, the top comment here, anti-cheat. This is the biggest thing. Now, obviously, it seems like anti-cheat has been a much bigger issue and probably much harder issue to tackle than they initially thought it would be, because we had all these promises of this new AI anti-cheat and how anti-cheat was going to be so much better in CS2 and blah, 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 blah. And really, it seems worse. You know, it seems like they took the system from CSGO and have made a downgrade. Obviously, they're in hopes of upgrading that system eventually, but it hasn't happened yet. I personally think at the very least, we need to get the Overwatch system back up and running and at least allow players to have some kind of initiative to clean up their game and fix their game when they see fit. Because, yes, Overwatch is not a perfect system, and obviously we know it had its flaws and issues in CSGO and stuff like that, but the system we have right now is not perfect either and has many of its own flaws. And I do think that the Overwatch system, at least at this point, would be an upgrade because, man, we have so many clear and blatant cheaters from the stories it sounds like in the clips you see, especially in the higher elos of Premier and stuff like that, where these guys would be so easy to be cleared out, and Valve could obviously hand off some of the work that they clearly can't do or don't want to do or whatever to the community. So, yes, obviously an anti-cheat at some point would be amazing, but cheating has been an issue in online games and in first-person shooters and in Counter-Strike forever. It's not like CSGO didn't have a cheating problem or whatever. Obviously, it definitely seems a little bit more blatant in CS2. Cheating's always going to be around. I hope we can get a better anti-cheat, but I just think we need to at least make some small improvements and some changes. This guy says Cache. I would love that. Cache is one of my favorite maps. I don't know. I think a lot of casual players did get excited when Dust 2 got brought back to the active duty map, and I know a lot of like hardcore players were mad about that. But you also have to acknowledge that casual players need to be catered to, and Dust 2 is one of the best and favorite casual maps of all time. I think Cache is one of a very, very fan favorite casual map as well. I know there's issues with its competitiveness and all that stuff, whatever. I don't really care that much. I just want to have fun when I play the game. Cache is one of my favorite maps to play. It does seem like FM Pwn is working very, very hard on Cache, and it will probably be out sooner rather than later, but I think they still have a decent amount of work to do on that there. But yeah, I'm sure Cache will come out probably sometime in 2025, and I think that will be cool. Skeleton Sapphire, getting some new, Doppler finishes on some of these knives, especially, popular knives like Skeleton and stuff like that would be very cool. That would definitely get people excited. That would get the markets buzzing. That would actually get some money flowing around. Having Skeleton in all the kind of Doppler finishes and stuff, that would be very, very sick as some kind of, new case or something like that. If they want to do the Chroma 4 case or whatever, I don't know what they're going to do, but that would be very, very cool. Clan tags, that's not really something I care that much about. Obviously, it's something we had in like CSGO, but yeah, I don't know. If people like that, I guess sure. It's probably really simple and easy to implement, but that's not really something that moves the needle much for me. Movement. Fix boost bug, crouch boost bug, and ramp bug. It seems, we did get a recent update from Valve on stuff like this where they tried to fix, I can't talk, some of the bugs and stuff like that. They just created some more bugs. I don't know. Obviously, they're working on that. Netcode, improved lag compensation, interpolation, and backtracking. I'm sure that's something they're always working on, but again, it does seem like an issue that we've had for a while. And optimization fixes for high and inconsistent frame times. That would be awesome. This person just begging and pleading for content. Please, any new content. I can definitely agree there. As a lead said, optimization. Real players don't care if a new scanner operation isn't dropped for years at a time. I'll play Mirage until I'm in the grave with the same inventory I have now. That is, again, a hardcore player take, and Valve does have to make this balance of appealing to the hardcore players that don't care about new content at all. They just want the cleanest Counter-Strike game possible. And then you have the more casual players that do care about new content, and yeah, they want a clean Counter-Strike game as well, and they don't want to play against cheaters or anything like that, but they're more likely to come back to the game when there's big events or big new content or shiny new stuff that they can try out or ways they can flex on their friends or open new cases or whatever. And yeah, you do want your hardcore players to stick around, but if the player base never grows and you never attract or bring back some of those more casual or niche fans, then that's not good for Counter-Strike either. So to say you don't care if there's no new scanner operation drop for years, that's kind of being ignorant to the Counter-Strike community as a whole, and the fact that you need people to play with, and if you want the game to grow, you do need to appeal to that casual fan base as well. I'm not saying casual should be over appealed to, but we definitely need some new content, stuff like that in the game as well, so they do need to work on things like that. I also think this thing is a big one, new devs. I know some people just say, oh, the devs suck, we need new devs, but I do believe that people always talk about how the Steam staff is so short-handed, and it does seem like Valve is working on multiple different other new games and stuff like that, projects right now. Half-Life 3 potentially, whatever it's called, Deadlock, their new game, and it does seem like their dev team is being stretched a little bit thin. I would definitely not be disappointed if Valve did hire some new staff. Yeah, it's a tough economic time, and hiring isn't really a big thing right now, but Valve is making money hand over fist, and I think they could really even make more money if they did dedicate more time to Counter-Strike 2 and really kind of push what they have here. So yeah, I don't think they should fire their devs and hire new ones. I think they should just maybe add to the team a little bit, expand, add some dedicated Counter-Strike people. I think would be good. Finally, just a lot of what other people are saying: anti-cheat operations, new cases, new sticker capsules, more agents, new patches. That's it. Now, a lot of this would come in operations, new cases, agents, patches, sticker capsules. That's all part of operations. And then obviously, like I said, the anti-cheat. I do think just enabling Overwatch for everyone is probably the most direct and most possible quick anti-cheat fix we could get in the near future, but we'll have to wait and see. The Sniping Snake did make this interesting thread about how Counter-Strike 2 has been officially released for 1 year and 55 days. So we're about 40 days away from the 1 year anniversary of Counter-Strike 2's official release, and here he says content we're still missing from CSGO. Train, which is literally in the trailer of CS2, Lake, Short Dust, Flying Scoutsman. He has some more stuff that we're missing here. The retake game mode, Overwatch, which is something I talked about, custom map scripting, Danger Zone, which is something a lot of people have been talking about, but there have been some rumors and stuff going around that Danger Zone is probably maybe not likely to be returning to CS2. We'll probably talk about that in a future video. Content we're still missing from CSGO, clan tags, achievements, warm-ups, 1v1s, and maps. Now again, this isn't even stuff that people want for CS2 necessarily. This isn't even our CS2 wish list. This is just stuff that was in CSGO that's not in CS2. Now again, CS2 was supposed to add on to CSGO and be this whole new thing that we can do all kinds of new stuff with, which hasn't really happened. CS2 right now is a simpler version of CSGO with some bugs and cheating issues and all this stuff that hasn't really expanded on any new things. Like, what really brand new stuff has CS2 done? We have this new beautiful game that's supposed to be optimized and allow us to create all this new stuff, but we had a major that was pretty much the exact same as the Paris Major. Copenhagen and Paris really weren't that different. They didn't really push the boundaries in any meaningful way. Haven't really got any new operation. Haven't really got any new kind of content that we never saw in CSGO. So not only is CS2 a year after its release missing stuff from CSGO that people would like back, it hasn't really created any of its new stuff or any new content or any new legacy either, which is very, very disappointing. That's really what, in my opinion, the CS2 devs should be focusing on for the next couple years, is creating new stuff, creating stuff we haven't seen before, and really pushing the boundaries of what Counter-Strike can and will be going forward in the future. Osni tweeted out, it's been over 2 months since Valve announced Overwatch 2 and CS2. It's still not available to player base, and we still don't know who the trusted partners are. Added Overwatch system to enable match demo review by trusted partners. Again, it's been a crazy fast 2 months. Also, we did have this tweet from Thor CS2 that says, in 2023, Counter-Strike had the most updates ever, 106. In 2024, there's already been more updates than in 2022, and there's still 5 months left in the year. So he's kind of saying that, hey, Valve is actually updating the game pretty often, but as some people say in the comments of this tweet, that some of these updates we've gotten have literally been like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 lines of just stuff updating. They're putting out so many of these tiny updates, and that's preventing them from dropping some kind of the bigger, more game-breaking, ground-changing, really exciting updates. So many people out there, they want Valve to be active and talking to the community and updating the game often and stuff like that. We should get regular updates, but I also don't think we should pat them on the back for putting out a 1-sentence update where they, I don't even know, like, change the color of a box on cash or something like that. That shouldn't really count or be that big of a deal. We'd much rather have consistent medium to bigger size updates than updates every week if it's just putting out an update for the sake of putting out an update. But I don't know. Obviously, Valve does need to wake up. Valve does need to make Valve and Counter-Strike great again. That is something we would definitely all love to see. Again, we're closing in on the 1 year mark, and I'm hoping that year 2 is better than year 1. Year 1 wasn't an absolute disaster. It just was pretty disappointing. We did have sky high expectations coming in, so maybe it was going to be hard to ever meet those expectations. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happens coming into the next year. But again, I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see from Counter-Strike 2 going forward in the future. What's the top of your wish list, and where would you like to see the game and the community head? But pretty much for this video today, guys. Again, make sure you check out Skin Place. It's going to be the first link in the description below. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.